Hello and welcome to episode 1 of the Blissful Sunday Trophy Roast. This is where I take your trophy list, I slam it for its incompleted / non-platinum games, then I offer some insight as to how I will tackle your backlog. In today's episode, we'll be reviewing Shadow Raven. So without further ado, let's check out his PSN profile. To let the slam begin, I'll be running through from oldest to most recent. There will be some stuff I skip over as I'm not too familiar in everything, so I'll just be pointing out some prime examples. Let's go. Alright, what have we got here? So, one example I did want to point out as a start off. What is this? All Out New Vegas. A whole 1%, one trophy earned. I don't see a Fallout 3 yet, which is a fantastic, fantastic game, and New Vegas is regarded as better. Yet only a single trophy was earned and then given up on. That's our first sin. Only 1% in Ghosts, Call of Duty Ghosts. In my opinion, it's my least favourite of the Call of Duty, so I can't really fault you there for earning only a couple of trophies and then saying, nah, let's get rid of this trash, but still, should at least give the campaign a go. But this one, Resident Evil 5, 2%. This was the first Resident Evil game I played. While many people don't like it because it did change up things a bit, I think it's fantastic, and only 2%, only 2 trophies, is an absolute shame to not even give it a full go. Now this is a big one. I have looked through Shadow's list. Infamous 1 is not on here. And yet he's jumped in and done some of Infamous 2. And barely done any at all. I have no words. Like, what's with that? Do you not value story? Absolutely crazy. And this Watch Dogs. Barely tried there either. I mean, it's such a stark contrast to go, oh look, we got 100% in the platinum in Uncharted Drake's Fortune. We got 100% in SmackDown vs. Raw 2010. And then we have all these low ones. There's no middle ground here. It's either obsess, love it, get the 100%, or barely give it a shot. Where's at least getting through the campaign or main story or whatever? Give something a real go. There's none of that here. None so far. But here, Uncharted 2. People rave about Uncharted 2. I rave about Uncharted 2. It did some fantastic set pieces. And yet, 29%. Platinum the first game. What was wrong with this one? Bioshock 2. I loved it. I know a lot of people preferred the first one, and I will agree, but it had good multiplayer. Surprisingly good multiplayer. And to barely give it a shot, not even do the main story. In fact, I don't even think I saw Bioshock 1 earlier, which is an absolute shame. Again, jumping straight forward into the series, into the second iteration. Not even giving it a go. Black Ops 2, another example. Where's Black Ops 1? Unless it comes later on, but what's with this out of order business? This is the big point from this list. Out of order in series. Like, you've got to do that shit, you know, in the correct order. And here, Uncharted 3. So you barely do Uncharted 2 and then you've jumped into 3 and barely done that. You've got to commit. There's no commitment here. See, again, we've just got a couple of 100%s and hardly any middle ground. Like, oh, here's our sort of first bit of middle ground we found. I will forgive you for this, for not completing Heavy Rain. There is a lot of endings. There is a lot of work to be done to set up every single one of them perfectly. So I can forgive you for only playing through it once, or whatever, and being sick of it. This was a fair effort for Modern Warfare 3. 52%. What were you missing? Let's have a look here. Alright, so far so good. Buy all the items from this. I can't remember those off the top of my head. Spec Ops stuff? Just Spec Ops stuff. Yeah. That's honestly not too bad though. I didn't find this overly hard. I vaguely remember it off the top of my head, but I don't think it was very hard. Like, given a good team, this is entirely possible. This is just plain giving up. This is zero effort. Back to the list. So this is impressive. Like, he's doing some great games. Getting some great 100%s, great platinums. Final Fantasy 13 is no joke. That's a long platinum. And he was committed. 2 years, 9 months. He got there. Same with Drive Club. Drive Club is a lot of effort. It is a big game. As you can see, he got the platinum and he's only on 23%. Shitload of DLC. I mean, I'm on the same percentage, I'd say. I didn't do much of the DLC. Just the base game, getting the platinum was more than enough work. But this, look how close you are to Kingdom Hearts. I've only played the third one, but look how close. Not familiar with sports games, but you're close with that one. So I'm not sure what you're missing, but you're just off the mark there. The Last of Us. Okay, I will admit, I'm not a huge fan of The Last of Us. This gets a bit of forgiveness from me. Let's move this along a bit. There's a lot of low percentages here. We just got to skip past a few. There's going to be some more major ones to point out. Alright, so here, we're getting to a bit of middle ground. You got most of Advanced Warfare, but not the plat. That was a pretty easy one. Red Dead Redemption. Long game. Did a decent amount of it. I feel like it wouldn't take too long to just knock out the rest. But now this one. Diablo 3. Let me guess, you're missing the trophy for the money. Getting, what was it, 1 million? 10 million? 5 million gold. That is just a grind. That's not hard, dude. That is just a pure grind. And it's a fun game. Like, there's a reason why people still play it to this day. It is a fantastic ARPG. That should be an easy cleanup. If this were my list, that's what I'd do straight away. Like, if I were to tackle this list, looking at what I've seen so far, this would be the prime example of what I would come back to. I would clean up Diablo 3. Easy plat, right there. Alright, there's a lot of games to get through, so let's skip over some more, get to the more notable ones. Okay, so you get better in more recent times, or sort of, you know, back when you're starting off. So, okay, you can maybe get a little bit of slack for those ones. Dark Souls 3. Again, I did not see Dark Souls 1 or Dark Souls 2 earlier on. Why jump into 3? I mean, they're all fantastic games, but why jump into 3 straight up? And I mean, you got 24% in it, so you did give it a fair go, but where's the first two? Play through them in order. Again, that's just the big thing about this list. Huge fan of Dynasty Warriors. These are good plats. Respect there. Dead Island Riptide. 98%. What's the missing one? I'm not familiar with this game, so I don't know if it's some pain in the ass trophy. Okay, mark 100 opponents which were then killed by your co-op partners. Okay, that's a bit of coordination. But again, you can find some boosting partners and knock that out pretty easily. I don't like, look at that, 10%. It's a rare trophy, but it's certainly not a huge challenge. That again would be another one that I would clean up straight away. Easy. Another big one, another good one. Good effort there. Yeah, decent effort in Mortal Kombat 10. I mean, I'm not great at fighters, but that's one of the ones that I have done. So I don't think that's too hard. I think he could easily go back and clean that up as well. Yep, Crash Bandicoot. I mean, they're tricky. There's a few really tricky moments, but those are so close to completion. I would also aim for that. Same with Mirror's Edge Catalyst. I haven't got that one myself, but I've heard it's way, way easier than the first game. So these would be also on my priority list for cleanup. Destiny, I mean, I'd say go clean it up, but I mean, that's tricky to find players for at this stage. That's decent percentage, but you may have missed the boat there. Alright, here's another big example of going out of order in a series. You've done so much of Uncharted 4, especially compared to the other ones. So much. It's like as the series gone on, aside from the first game, you've done more and more. And here, Lost Legacy, barely given that a go either. Okay, well, we're starting to get a bit better here. We're starting to get, you know, a bit more of a middle ground. So this would be my priority cleanup. I would be going from least amount of to do to most. Ah, so you've done the others, but not this one. I must admit that's the same for me. But I would do that as well, complete the series. There's no multiplayer to worry about, it's just some single player stuff. That would be a long project, but I think that would be a worthwhile one. Same as Monster Hunter World. Already done a bunch of it. It'd be a worthy cleanup. Barely gave this a go. Wonderful, wonderful game. Not many, well, not enough Middle-earth games. This is fantastic, and to only give it a sliver of a go, shameful. That would be one I would recommend. I'd say go do that. Go back to that. Like, clean up all those other ones I mentioned. But this one, you need to play this. Ratchet and Clank. You got so far. Just push. Get that last bit. And then you've played Dead Island Definitive Edition, but you haven't finished the last one. Go finish that. Come finish this. Borderlands the pre-sequel. Okay, I didn't see Borderlands 1. I haven't seen Borderlands 2. Don't know if Borderlands 3 is up there, but if this is the only one you've played, did you not like it? Because you've gotten 42% in it. You had to have liked it in some capacity. But where's the others? Add the others, do this, and play the rest. No excuse. And here we go. We're getting a bit more consistent. As we get to recent times, you have started to clean some stuff up. You've got a few more 100%, few more platinums here that I can see. As we come up to what we're working on today. I know for a fact that he's cleaned up quite a few of these, but there's still a long way to go. Currently working on Dragon Age 2. It's got Inquisition. Didn't see Dragon Age 1, so again, out of order. But there's quite a few ones here. Easy ones to go back to. Easy ones to go just finish off the last couple trophies to get that plat. A bunch more that are well and truly in progress that would not be too far-fetched to go back and clean up either. There's a lot of games missing from series. So after cleaning up the easy ones, after cleaning up the ones which you've had a decent chunk in, go do yourself a favor. Go play the other games in the series that you've already started. You're playing them so out of order. Start playing things in order. Get the full experience from it. That's the biggest takeaway from this list. Playing stuff out of order. But not bad. There's a lot of 100%s. A lot of good games that are done. A lot of big games. Final Fantasy, Dynasty Warriors. Big games. Big effort in Monster Hunter World as well. There's just so many missed opportunities. So many things to clean up. But it's possible. Given a bit of dedication, it's possible to knock out a bunch of plats. Real fast. It's not beyond repair. This is salvageable. You can get a lot of this stuff cleaned up. There will be some stuff that's trickier. I did mention Destiny 1 could be a bit tricky at this stage, depending on what you've got left. But so many of these games, you've got so much potential here. Keep going, dude. Keep pushing. Keep ticking them off. I know you're working on Dragon Age 2. I know you've ticked off a bit in Killzone and you're working on that. Just keep at it. Once these are off the list, just go back, go get some of those really, really quick ones out of the way. You got a bunch more to do. It seems really daunting, and it is. There's a lot to do here. I wouldn't want this as my list, but it's possible. Just keep chipping away, and this will look a lot better in a couple months down the track if you can start doing those few that are in progress and very close to the end. But you're doing good. Keep up the good work. I know you're working really hard recently. Just keep it up, dude. And that's Shadow Raven's list slammed. If you want to see your trophy list slammed, come visit me on my Twitch channel.